is Arukh there Simon Lamed Zayin Sif Yudalit to Yudayin. This is day 38 of the Supplemental Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series, and we know the Arukh HaShulchan's attack on the concept of Tata Reyasa, and it's actually going on for a while. It's a few days. So Yudal Bora Dover. It's clear the equally with them aim is the Nida. The primary care derivation is not for the Suyim Nida, where there is no Cheskas Kashrus. There's it's a very different scenario. Let's talk about maybe Musham. They just brought that as like a demonic device to say, oh, we find it Sugatat Reyes, so here's a similar issue. The primary derivation is from a dangling sircha which emerges from a bubble. The shame the Shabbat Treif arrived, just like the Ravid said that's Treif, because of double whammy. So do we say about every double whammy. For Raya, and evidence for this is Sharial Din, on this halacha they wrote that from here the bodkim derived, the checkers derived, to say it's Treif any place where there's two floors, a double whammy. That's Taz. But it's also naturally comparison. The Rav does not say the because of the double whammy per se, because of the two flaws combining. But rather, there's a logic here. So explicitly that the bubble indicates that the adhesion is a sign of is a result of a puncture. Explain. The truth is that the reason why we're mako by a dangling adhesion, which is not adhering to elsewhere in the lung, is or elsewhere in the body cavity, is because of is a weak leniency. Now, we're out of bua. Or a mako. It's a weak leniency. It's a shvacha kula. Because of Raja Chul, the Raja explicitly, the Shina starts serving ain't sircha b'lo according to those who hold that there is no sircha without a hole. Gam sircha tluya treifa. Also, a dangling sircha should be treif. Shena kuva because there's a hole. Rak l'somim shasilis break tluya muteres. Rak l'somim shasilis spark tluya muteres. Only those who hold that it's not, there is no hole yet, but there's got to be a hole. They're matir by the sircha tluya. Why? Because unlike adhesion, which adheres to two places, here since it's all dangling, so there isn't the pull on both sides, which is eventually going to cause it to snap and cause a hole on one side. So, okay, it's a shvach. But it's explicit from the goyim shetluya muteres that the dangling sircha is permitted. So it's like exeres akasuv. The goyim says it didn't happen as of the hole. But the buas, when it comes out of a bubble, we see that there is something which went bad in the membranes. Therefore, it's much more likely to say there's a hole. Test Vav, and taking this further, vote Aim Dino shall arrive in Muskam he? Muskam who? You think everybody agrees with the Raven? Very Raven Chokila, many people argue the Raven. Kamosh Kosa Rajdam Bechula, Shabasaloniki in Salonika, the Killing Basiras Lui, that's me boy. The linear with this dangling circle, even if it emerges from a bubble. I ain't sure. The Chemari even lay, but Shuva. Because the no Gambaloka Raven. Because the world's not like Raven, I ain't sure. There's the Pri Kodesh brings him down. Needs on a Paskin Raven. Okay, true, you pronounce the Raven. Mikom nevertheless, the moment calling Yarn, Shoshnei Rusas to learn, to extrapolate from this to any kind of time where there's a double whammy. So it's Kloim who brought him and to make generalizations, specifications. Kilu Kamora, Miflesh, as if it's explicit Kamora, but I tell you, it's certainly astonishing. Tasain, Kam Rabbeinu Ramolech, Mirak Bebuos. Also, Ramo only is Machmir by. Buos and by bubbles, niklat, such as a bubble on a place where the skin has been peeled off, above, a bubble on the edges of the lungs, hey, charitz, a bubble on a crease, a kemet, and a fold, which will become clarified later on. This simon, also the bubble on the hillock. The place where it makes a noise. So yesterday it's if out. Let me tell Tata Reyuso, but he doesn't say it goes to Tata Reyuso. Sharay Lois Katam Sakla doesn't mention this reason at all. Tam Sharifa Rambam Matrifim Shalakurim Musruchim. Rather, because of the Rif and the Rambam say that if the bubble has murky or rancid water, liquid, It's clear to us that the membranes have been ruined. We need on a low complicated, even though we don't hold like with the Rambam in normal cases. Nevertheless, it's not just a random double whammy. We see here there's something wrong with the membranes. On our main, which is just that we say this deterioration has not reached the stage yet of flesh which a doctor would remove. But once you see there's another deterioration, another damage here, we should certainly be very concerned that there's a damage in the membranes. But it's not something you can extrapolate universally to any type of tartar reisa. Yuzayin. For Kashali also have difficulty. The Rea Smuchla Doifen. She's Barb Sal to Sham Sim Lamates in the Singa, which we're going to see Lamates of a lung which is adjacent to the rib cage. She Steve Pay Aleph there. She does that place, so it's going to be a while. Kohen Pascal Sovereign, Kohen Pascal the Gang she is Reisa Berea. Who also hold there's a flaw in the lung. Moil Habdika Lachshira. The check works to make it kosher. I feel like a reis of even there's no flaw in the rib cage. There's only shitas of Beitam Balamar. There's the shita the person by Beitam Balamar Moshe's Barasham. As we clarify, we get there. Lo Yesham Tatu Reisa. There's a double whammy there. Hasircha Batzmachim, the adhesion and also the growths. And nevertheless, they want to be mashir. Yesim is arriving at Smo for them as the Ravid himself to mashir b'sircha. Who says dangling sircha is treif ayotzim bu if it comes out of a bubble. Kamhua made b'shitazu. He also is lenient over there. Kamhua the Rav Sham is sefer tamim day. Ve'ech story says, how does he contradict himself? If I in Yazelzer, he says, so therefore clearly character is not even a universal principle. Yes, Mr. Kosher, it's even more difficult. We don't draw analogies from one trefa to another trefa. How can we rise up and learn out from one halacha, which one posik said, learn and extract from that on all matters? It says here in the brackets, whatever the Bach says, I guess because the Bach is the advocate of Tata Reisa, it does not seem to be what all the other posts can hold. Okay, that's it for today.